do you, as I do, drag yourself to the couch in front of the TV and watch those who fancy themselves to be the leaders of this nation deliver cynical platitude and divisive slogans and feel a sickness at what is paraded before you? And did you fight to restrain the emotions as, in the most extraordinary of contrasts, we saw before us just now on stage a group of 5 sincere, vital, determined people speaking things from deep inside about our past as a country, this past as a place, and where we might go as a future, and feel the depth of that contrast. What could be more different? And if there is one thing that we hopefully are learning as non-Indigenous people in this country, it's the value and the power of the idea of the meeting place. That it's okay to come together and to have a yarn about stuff that really, really matters, and not to feel guilty that it's just a talk fest. Because how do we learn more about where we are, and how do we reach a shared consensus about what we need to do if we don't spend time together learning from each other, learning each other's stories, building a shared analysis, building a shared set of relationships of trust? And in terms of why here, Gloucester, the whole planet owes you a debt of gratitude. In the most profound way, because while you told this story of your love of place, and the case that you took before the court was built on this love of place and of community and of your gathered sense of being that community, the echo of the decision is a principle that applies across the planet. The first person who retweeted a thing I said this morning about being here is a political advisor in Athens. Because you have said, and have got a court to say, that there are things that are more important than coal. And how did Sky put it just now? I'm so grateful to you for what you said. You never need to be nervous being on a stage again. It's about safety for my children. Mate, that's why I work for Greenpeace. So I hear you and honour the honesty and the directness of that being why we are all in this. Gloucester, thank you. So such a profound honour to be here, and to be here to talk about this, Australia Remade. So what are the origins of this thing, Australia Remade? Well, as Millie mentioned, I work for Greenpeace. I'm the CEO of Greenpeace Australia Pacific. Probably most people have heard of Greenpeace, but a reasonably well-known thing. We're a wonderfully large movement. There's more than 1.5 million people now in Australia and Pacific who are part of our network, our conversation. We are completely independent. We take no money from government or business, never had, never will. Our mission is a world capable of nurturing life in all of its magnificent diversity. But Greenpeace can't do it alone. And Greenpeace is only one part of a huge swell. What's it? Gloucester groundswell? A national groundswell of people who are unhappy about the direction of the country and the planet. And so the coming together that led to Australia Remade for me was really about actually putting to one side the immediate interests of the organisation I run, the movement I'm in, to enter a conversation with open hands and an open heart and an open mind about what we needed to do to remake the country, to bring out the best of ourselves. So let's just pause for a moment. That best of ourselves. I'd like you to just go with me for a second and just closing your eyes. And I want you to just dwell for a moment, and probably I should give the warnings about how this may initially be difficult. So any self-care again that you need to take. But just take a moment, just being conscious of the pressures that come to bear on you because of the direction you feel the world is going in. As the soft rain falls on the roof, think just for a moment of the anxieties that you live with day to day because of the giant forces that seem to be arrayed against our future happiness. Now, let the rain sound different. Imagine instead that you have woken up in the Australia of your dreams. Australia the just. Australia the fair. Australia the renewable. Australia the sustainable. The compassionate. The kind. The democratic. With a First Peoples heart. Imagine how different that feels to wake up. You talk about embodied energy. Imagine how that feels different bodily. The calmness of mind that goes with that. The sense of the world being all right. That is the vision of Australia Remade. And that sense, that moment, that awakening is a thing that is within our power to achieve. If we have the vision, we share the vision, we believe in the vision, and together we fight for the vision. That we commit together. And when I say we, so the idea of Australia Remade, it's not a club, and it's not a thing that sort of bunch of people got together in a room, you know, economists and others, and sort of cleverly put together. It came out of a set of conversations. And some of those conversations were sort of people like me who run things, and some did involve academics, and others were conversations in community halls, in schools, in town centres, community groups, and the words, the ideas came out of those conversations. And above all, what Australia Remade sets us to do, there are 9 pillars and they're all around. What Australia Remade sets us to do is not to always be on the back foot. We're stopping this coal mine here, we'll stop that crazy bit of fracking over there, we'll stop this coal mine over here, we'll deal with this new government punitive thing here, or this injustice to Indigenous peoples. It says no. Let's take it on at a deep level. Let's be clear about the country that we want. And let's take on the deep structures that are stopping us from getting to that country. We want a transformative vision, and one that lifts all of our searches for justice and sustainability all at the same time, and does it from a foundation of love of each other, of country, of place, of the joy of being alive, and with a power and determination that is founded on that love, that is founded on a sense of we have only one home, and that is manifest in a determination to see it through with the kind of tenacity that I have to say this community has modelled so beautifully for us all. It's such an honour, it's such a joy to be here to spend a couple of days with the folk in this room that embody so much of that ethic of hope and love and determination. Thank you.